I did want to talk a little bit about Kupuna, because that was something that stood out to me, as I would almost even identify with being a warrior of peace, myself. So when I heard the story of is it Kauai or Kauai?
You can
Either way.
Yeah, I refer to it as Kauai. Yeah?
Kauai.
But Kupuna was a man. I would maybe liken him to, people can understand a little bit like a King Arthur. When he found out from his kahunas that this big, massive 15,000 men, 2,500 canoes was on their way, he actually cried. He said, some of my people are going to die because of this. They're minding their own business, bro. They're fine with Kauai. Yeah? So, Kala Nui Ohua, he's an ambitious chief. To give him I'm not trying to, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And Bigan get plenty of resources, wouldn't you say? They get plenty of good trees to make canoes in Hilo. They get plenty of good forest birds so they can make the ahula and stuff. If they want to go eat fish, they go kona. But they want a little more. So he goes on a campaign and he conquers Maui and keeps that chief alive. And so you're going to fight for me now, or you're not going to fight for nobody, bro. What's your choice? Okay, I'll fight for you. Goes to Oahu, conquers the Oahu chief, Molokai chief, conquers all of them. So he has all these more guys to his armada. They come to Kauai. And so what Kupuna does, he's very well prepared. I don't think he was as much guys from what I was reading about it. I could be wrong. I'm not a Kauai expert guy. I'm not even an expert, period, you guys. So don't. I'm always learning. So I hope people remember that, yeah. And I'm always stand to be corrected. And I don't claim any type of college degree or anything like that. But what happens was he sets up an ingenious plan where they land at Maupulehu, which is a beach just east of Poipu on the Kauai side. And he splits his armies. He has about maybe, I don't know, it's got 3,000 guys in canoes at Hanapepe. Because what his plan was, he's going to suck in the army up the valley. He's going to only go show maybe 500 guys. Oh, bro, we get them. So they're going to get, I'm hungry. I'm going to end this battle early. So they may be over pursuit. He sucks them up the valley. Then he flanks them with his land armies from the top. He has his sea guys from Hanapepe go and cut off the retreat at Mapulehu. And so that's what happens. And when the Kala Nui Ohua see what's happening, oh crap, it's a trap. They get guys coming down from that side. They get guys coming down this side. They try to go back to the canoes so they can. But his seaborne canoe cuts that off. So there's a terrible battle. They're fighting halfway in the canoe, halfway in the ocean. And a lot of the Kauai guys got bust up. But from when I was just on that different battle, from that 3,000 guys that Kauai threw on them, very few ended up living, but of Kala Nui Ohua's 15,000, less than 300 remain.
Was it because of the strategy?
Yeah.
The Kupuna?
Yeah. Yeah. And then what he did after, he held no hard feelings against the Oahu guy and the Maui guy. He said, brother, kind of understand your predicament. You kind of was forced into it. I'll escort you guys back home. You guys can take my canoes because we just ruined yours. And he took them back. But Kala Nui Ohua told him, brah, you got to stay with me a little longer. He kept it for 2 years. Just as hopefully, brah, you see all this trouble you made. But what ends up with Kala Nui Ohua, he doesn't kill him. They do a trade. They send him back to the Big Island. Because it's another fascinating story. Kalakawa's book, The Iron Knife. Okay? There was a Japanese fishing that wrecked off of Maui. And there was a samurai, his wife, family. They were all saved. And so they incorporated in the Maui guys' armies. And that samurai, he had a sword, samurai sword, the captain.
Wow.
And so the guy was ferocious in battle. The Hawaiians never seen metal before, you know what I mean? But they had the sword. So Kala Nui Ohua said, I heard stories about that. I like the sword. So that was the trade. They gave him the sword, and then Kala Nui Ohua went back to the Big Island. Now, it kept on Kauai for many, many years. I heard that when Cook came, he saw a remnant of it. It was all rusted by then. But that's the sword. that from the kind. And then I heard also from my dad them that a piece of that metal was with the ka'ais that was at Bishi Museum. That when they were doing the termite renovation in the 90s, those two ka'ais were stolen and taken back to Waipio Valley. You heard that story, yeah?
I didn't.
Yeah.
It's fascinating though.
Yeah.
A samurai fighting
Yeah.
alongside these 6'7" massive
And that was the
kane.
trade. I mean, you heard about that sword he wanted them, so you got him. But I know you guys Japanese ancestry, so
Yes, yes.
it's pretty cool.
Yes, it's absolutely cool. Just the history in general kind of gives
fascinating, bro.
Yes.
And even the Japanese guys, the ship, bro, they were so off course. You know what I mean? They could have died at sea, but it wasn't meant to be, right? Maui guys seen them. What is that? Went out, saved them, took them. They couldn't save the boat, but they saved them. You can read about it. I think 6 or 7 people got saved.
I wonder what the communication was like.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, sign language, bro. You
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know.
But the gesture of the human gesture of like I save your family,
Yeah.
and then I'm sure that for the Japanese family it was amazing to see the Native Hawaiian culture, and then for him to be so grateful that he would fight alongside them in battle.
Oh yeah, and even teach them some
Technique.
maybe aikido or whatever, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the lure came from. I don't know.
Interesting. That'd be nuts. If the lure came
Yes.
from Aikido or something from that instance.
I wouldn't doubt it, right? Because you got a lot of hand to hand back in those days too, yeah. But amazing.
What's